changed my whole body. Like, they come in, they got me completely right, got me stronger, being able to move better. They just completely changed my body completely. So I'm just really grateful for their staff.
Is there a number in terms of how much weight you lost?
About 30 pounds from when I first got here. So they cut about 30 pounds since I've been here.
As a guy who, going into his last year, participating in his last year of eligibility, to see a guy like Michael Carroll going into his first, what have you seen from him since he's got?
Man, Mike plays hard. He definitely plays hard. He does a lot of good things well. He definitely takes the time to learn from other guys, and he's going to be a very special player because I can relate to him because I played early my freshman year, so I understand what that's like. So I try to talk to him, help him out a little bit, things what to do, what not to do, what to expect. So he's a good guy for the room.
What kind of advice did you give him?
Just blocking out all the noise, just focusing on what you're doing, knowing your assignment. Yeah, you're gonna play in big crowds, big stadiums, but just focusing in on the moment.
What's it like to play with Jaden Roberts? He seems like a quiet guy, but he's kind of got a nasty streak out there. What's his kind of demeanor on game day?
Man, J-Rob different on game day. I ain't gonna lie, like that dude is real life. Like, I know people give him an analogy of the Hulk, but like real life, when it comes to game day, that is a completely different player. Like, not player, but different person. Like, he changes completely different. So like, he's literally the Hulk on game day.
What's the craziest strength-wise thing you've seen him do? Maybe it could be in the weight room, it could be in practice, whatever.
Man, J-Rob's been throwing around some crazy weight, bro. It's just, I can't really think off the top of my head what exactly, but it's been some crazy weight that has been thrown around by J-Rob for sure.
Coach Grubb said yesterday the biggest improvement for the offense was the way y'all practiced last week. You kind of saw that. What was different about practice last week?
Man, I think we had it was more of, I think, a lot of people, when they get punched in the mouth, now you got to respond. And being able to realize that we are Alabama and we have a response to make because everybody knows we're not happy about what we put on tape versus Florida State and what we did versus Florida State. So we realize that how you practice is how you play. So coming out and practice is the most important thing that we have in front of us, and that's how we control what we do every single day as far as practice will allow us to go play on game day and execute.
Is that kind of continued into practice this week?
I definitely think so. I definitely think we realize that's the standard. That's what it has to be at the end of the day. So if you come around and you don't go hard in practice, you put yourself at risk. And we understand, we realize that.
Do you pull more in this offense and have to move your feet more in this offense than A&M?
I wouldn't say that, but I feel like probably A&M probably pulled a little bit more because they do a lot of different pin pull stuff. But I wouldn't say necessarily I have to do more. I think a lot of offenses have a lot of similar schemes. It's just about what the offensive coordinator may like versus what they don't like. So I wouldn't say that.
Forgive me, I don't remember. Did you play at Bryant-Denny before coming out?
Yeah, my first start as a true freshman was here actually in 2022 when we played when I was at Texas A&M versus Alabama. That was my first start as a true freshman.
So how different was the atmosphere last week compared to that first freshman start?
I mean, I think it's definitely different when you're on the opposing team, when you're on the other side of it, but I think the atmosphere was still the same. Just being able to play in the SEC as long as I played in, that's the big thing about it, is the atmosphere. So it was definitely, I wouldn't say it was different, but it felt good to be on the home team for sure.
Coach DeBoer mentioned some of the physicalness that Wisconsin brings, and they displayed on film. Can you just talk about what you've seen from a film standpoint, looking at their defensive front and things you guys been working towards, preparing for it when the game comes?
They definitely have bigger bodies. They are a physical group. They definitely have big bodies in our physical group. So we just know and understand that going into the week that these aren't, like we played a team last week that's not as talented as they are going to be this week, but we know and understand that we practice against the best every single day. So just knowing that and getting those reps against our guys, I feel like are going to prepare us.
You mentioned that you rotate 7, 8 guys, and the argument could be about cohesion and a solid 5. What's the cohesion like in this Alabama offensive line room right now?
Man, I think it's unbelievable. Like, I think we all know and understand what we're trying to get, and we all working towards the same goal. So, and if you're not really working towards the same goal, then we necessarily don't want you in our room. And being honest, everybody in our room has that goal. So there's no outliers. Everybody knows and understands the expectations, and so whoever 5 is out there, they know and they understand the expectations at any given time.
Who are some of the message from Coach Cap about the rotation and some of the different guys in there?
Say it again.
What's been the message from Coach Cap about that between you and Jaden and Gino?
Essentially, really just it's good for all of us. We all are, guys going into our last year. We all have, pretty much one last opportunity to get where we need to go, but we've all been able to learn from each other and been able to benefit from each other. We all help each other out. So whether it's me and Gino in, or Gino and J-Rob in, or me and J-Rob in, we all know and understand exactly what it is that he wants us to do and what the expectation is, and so we all coach each other up, so it's all good.
With some of the rotation at the guard spots, how much stability does Parker provide at center, kind of no matter who's in and switching in and out?
I think Parker he's him. You know, he's who he is, and him being that, you know, being the center, being almost the captain of the offensive line is always a good thing to have, and he plays the same way no matter who's in. Whether, like I said, whether what three guards are in, he definitely plays exactly the same, and his standard is still the standard no matter what. So.
Last two.
The communication on the offensive line usually starts with the center. How is Parker in terms of communication pre-snap with you guys?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he definitely makes sure everybody on the same page. We all talk to each other, and it don't just start with Parker. It goes all the way down. It may be the right tackle communicating first, or the left tackle, or it may be me seeing something first. It's not just, you know, they said all on Parker. We all do a good job of making sure we're all on the same page.
How has he helped you guys in terms of being a leader? Has he organized anything? Has he kind of been like the quarterback of the group? Parker.
I mean, he sets the standard in the room. He sets the tone of the room, and he makes sure we follows that. So and he's gonna do his part to make sure that he's holding himself up to that same standard. I think that's what makes him a great leader. And he's not just bossing the people around. He holds himself to the exact same standard, or even higher than the rest of us. So I think that just sets the tone of the standard of what we got.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you.